Hello, everybody. Today we are inside in one of the arguably ugliest places in my flat, but it's okay. From this angle, it looks fine. It's my kitchen. I decided I want to cook dinner for myself, and while I do that, I will talk about a thing that made me think today. I watched a Japanese guy giving an interview to another Japanese guy, speaking about minimalism, speaking about their beliefs. And I've seen so many of these interviews over the years. It was just another one that I came across today. He said one very important phrase, that letting go of physical things is harder and it takes a lot more energy than buying them. And the same with relationships and with people. Saying no takes a lot more strength and energy than saying yes. And I just want to talk about it today. But I also want to cook food. So I think I'm gonna cook some mashed potatoes, but I'm not gonna actually boil the potatoes myself. I have I don't even know what it's called in English, but just this dry mixture that you make. Yeah, let's go. Let's make it. I will also be cooking this. I try to eat less meat, and I'm doing fine with that. But every once in a while I need something like this, so it's fine. When I eat too much meat, I feel very bad. And I have discovered that I need to have at least like 3 times or 2 times a week with days when I do eat meat. And then the rest of the days I eat anything else that I could find in the store. Saying yes to things is a lot easier than saying no, and buying new things is a lot easier than getting rid of them. And I've been thinking about it. Why is it so, and do I feel the same way? So, for me, it has always been that I have always said no to people, and I've always found it easier in my life to say no. And it's not always the same, everything depends on what you're talking about, of course, but overall, I just say no, and then I rethink, and then I later maybe change my mind and I should have said yes, or I should have agreed to that, or this or that, And I grew up like that, and it was normal for me, and I was very, very, don't touch me, don't hang with me, I want to be alone, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need anything, I don't need you, I don't need, I'm still like that, but I'm breathe in, breathe out. Why am I so stressed right now? I'm never stressed when I talk, but now I'm so stressed. Maybe I don't look like myself. I don't like this makeup. I don't like the under eye eyeliner. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting too much pressure on putting out another video, but I just wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to talk about interesting things that I heard today, so let's just chill out. Okay, I am too overwhelmed. I can't talk about such deep topics and cook at the same time, but we will try. Also, I got a new water bottle today, so I'm just hanging around, I'm just hanging around with my new water bottle. It's purple and stuff. Let me drink out of it, Let me drink out of my new water bottle. Oh my God. If you're a new watcher, I'm so sorry for you. So, yeah, I've always said no to things most of the time. And then there are specific things that I initiate myself that I cannot find a single person that says yes to that. But there's always something in the way, and I've always been the person who doesn't need anybody else to come with me or do something with me. Like, of course, there are some situations where it's different, but mostly all the projects, all the creative things, or anything in that matter, or literally anything, I want to do it all alone. I prefer being alone, and I need to be alone for most things. Yes, there are exceptions. We're not going to talk about that. And it has always been easier for me to say no. And then I rethink, and I'm like, wait. Maybe I can say yes. And then I change my mind, and then I say yes. And it's always the second option, It's always the second option. And it's never the first one. Well, it depends. Again, it depends. If you're telling me, let's go swimming right now, no is not even an option. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if it's -degrees outside or something. I'm going swimming with you. Yeah. Anyway, it has been a very interesting experience to also throw away things that I don't need. And so, you know, this whole minimalist mindset is like keeping the things that you value and keeping things that you most definitely need and that are the most necessary to you. Like, if you're a very extreme minimalist, you're not going to throw away your phone because it's one of the most important things that you have, like your card on or something. Like, I don't know, like, depends on what kind of phone you have. Everything, like, all your life is in your phone, like, for example. Like, you're not going to throw away your water bottle. Of course, if you have 20 water bottles, that's a different story. We're not going to talk about that. I only have 2. And I only had 1 water bottle for many years. And then it just became disgusting. It was a glass bottle. And it had this, like, wrap around it that, like, you know, I just needed a bigger size. So this is 1 liter now. It's about choosing the right things that you have and own and that you're ready to keep. So, to throw away things, if you have a lot of things, like physical things, is, of course, hard. But the whole system of how to decide what to throw away is you just look at the item or think about the item, and if you're on the edge and if you're unsure, then you have to throw it away. Because if you're questioning to throw it away, you have to throw it away. We're talking about extreme minimalism right now. Not everybody has to live like that. You know, it's just like we're talking about where I got the idea from, off of the whole philosophical idea of this video. Of course, you can have 2 or 3 water bottles. You don't have to have, like, only 1. But it's all up to you. It's not what we're going to talk about in this video. Let me fucking cook, man. So we already put the pot on the stove or whatever this is called, the electric one. And now we're gonna put the chicken on the pan. I have never really been calling myself a minimalist, but it has never been very hard for me to throw things away, because if I just feel that they do not align with me, and if I don't like them, and if they're throwing me off and I am not resonating with them, like literally, I know it sounds very holistic and shaman and new age, but if I'm literally not vibing with the item, I have no problem throwing it away, even if it's like something expensive as fuck, and even if I spend a lot of money on. And that's the thing that most people don't find easy. I have so many memories with this shirt, or I have so many memories with, like, I don't know, this table or something, and it's so old and I need a new one, but I don't want to throw it away. Like, I spent money on it. I spent money on this shirt or on this whatever item, and I don't care. You spend money on it and money comes and money goes. It flows when you let it flow. So if you're gonna hold on to your money, hold on to your items and every single physical object in your life like it's the last straw, bro, you're not gonna get anything new. You're not gonna get anything like fresh. Like, fresh things are cool, but, like, you know, invest in things that you value, that matter to you, and that bring purpose to you. So it's all about choosing items with a good purpose and with an actual purpose, not with a good purpose, but which have a purpose. You know, a purpose could be to make a room look good, and a purpose could be to cook food. Okay, many purposes. And if there's something around your house that just doesn't have a purpose, it just takes up space, and you're on the edge, like, I want to throw it away, but I kind of don't want to, then you have to throw it away. We're making this mashed potato thing, and it's pretty easy. You just have to boil the water and then put this thing in, and that's it. And just stir uncontrollably. My hair is still wet. To be fair, in this video I do not feel like myself. I do not look like myself. I feel like my makeup is very different. I feel like I don't dress like this. I don't dress with light colors. I feel like I'm not me. And I don't usually use a tripod, so this is a very strange video right now. And I never really show my cooking. Well, I've done it in a bunch of my videos before, but it's not my usual thing. So, this is how we do it when we can't do many things at once. Wait, let me just, you have to stir it, but, like, of course I can't pour that thing in. I can never do anything without being clumsy. It's my second name by this point. But this is gonna look good, you just have to stir it. And if you need milk, you can add milk, but I don't have much of it, so we're not... Oh, okay, I'm not gonna film that. I guess this video is just me saying that it's super weird that it's mostly the opposite for me than it is it was said in the video where the guy said, it's very easy to say yes to people and it's very easy to buy new things, but it takes a lot more energy to let go. It's very hard to say no. I think I've grown up to be so honest with myself and with the people around me, and that the honesty has always gotten me in trouble, especially with my family and with my mom, who was trying to teach me some manners or something. I never complied really, but I tried so hard. I've always been trying hard, but the whole idea of pretending and not sharing what I think and just pretending to care about so many things that most people care about is just so stupid to me. I find it very hard to buy items, for example. I think I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I find it very hard to buy things. It takes so much energy for me to buy things. You don't know for how many months I searched every single store on the face of Earth, okay, not on the face of Earth, nearby where I live, and also on the internet, to find the perfect water bottle. And this is close to perfect. It's not perfect. Nothing I own is perfect. I feel like I should design items, design clothes, and make everything myself so that everything would be exactly how I want it, because none of what I own is perfect, and I hate everything. Well, of course, it's a little bit of a joke, but there's some truth in it, okay? And this water bottle is pretty close to perfect. And you don't know how long I searched for this. I just can't live without things. I can't live without people. I can't live without items. If I don't want to buy something, I'm not going to buy it because I have to buy it. And that's crazy because it can cross the line where it's pretty toxic very quickly. Because I need new shoes, or I need new underwear or something, or I need the new water bottle or something, whatever it is. I find something that is good enough, close enough, but it doesn't match my standards, and I know that I can find a better thing or design a better thing, and I'm not gonna pay an enormous amount of money for something that I hate and I don't like, and I'm gonna forever think about that it's not good enough. I better live with very few items that are very good and align with me, other than just buying something because somebody said that I should buy it or that I should have it. And yeah, I used to live with one plate and one bowl, and I think 1 or 2 cups for a year or something, I don't know. Because I just couldn't find a perfect mug because nobody sold it, ever, nowhere. And I didn't want to pay 30 or 40 euros to order it from somewhere else. And I just drank out of this one mug that was ugly, and I looked at it and I hated it, and that was going on for a year. It's very easy for me to hate things, for me to dislike things, for me to find flaws and everything. But it doesn't take much energy from me. It's just a natural state, and I don't know, it just depends, because this is so complex. This is so interesting. Because I just think it's so crazy. I can't buy items. I can't, even if I have the money, when I was working a full-time job, I was making enough to survive, enough to eat, and I had some spare money I was saving up. I just put it in my savings because I didn't want to buy new clothes. I didn't want to buy nothing because of how ugly everything is. And I didn't want to waste it on shipping it from other countries, from other online stores, Oh my gosh, I feel like my English has gotten so much worse in the past few years. It was so much better. Anyway, I have the slop. I'm gonna eat the slop, and I'm gonna make the chicken. Yes, I'm gonna make the chicken. While the chicken is cooking, I can tell you that I definitely do agree with this Japanese guy on some kind of level, that we kind of get attached to so many things and we own so many things. It's easy to grow with these layers and layers and layers of items and people and relationships and friendships that you don't feel good in. And that's easy. I agree with this guy. But when you have boundaries and when you know what you like and what you don't like, and when you know that you can live in a different way and you're not gonna die, Like, you can't say no and you're not gonna die. When you know that, and when you realize that, and when you keep practicing it, it becomes pretty easy. And in the end of the day, you don't need anybody, you don't need anything, and you can just live and be happy. And that's how I've been living my whole life. Like, I know there are things that I dream about. There are physical objects that I dream about owning, like a car or a house or something, or a specific place where I wanna live, for example, or go, or like, well, but it will all come to me, because that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about purpose of things and people. And yeah, we tend to be too excessive with everything, and it's easy to fall into that. But I guess I'm not the regular person. I don't know, I cannot speak on that because I've never felt like that. But that's definitely the tendency in the world, obviously. Most people love shopping and spend their non-existing money. For me, it's the opposite problem. I have the money, but I have a problem spending it, because I don't want to, because everything is ugly. Like, I'm not even joking. I hate everything that exists. And I do make my own clothes. I do. I can sew. I can knit, and I can crochet, and I've done that. And I've made my own clothes. I've made my own like trays. I've made my own music and lyrics and poetry and photography, and my own style of clothing and like accessories and fashion, my own everything. Like, I'm just very, as I said in my stories previously, I'm very territorial. I'm very bossy about my art. I have to do it all alone, because if somebody else does something that I don't like, I will never be satisfied with the work. I will never be satisfied with the outcome of the work, or an item, or like a creative project or whatever, because I know that I could have done things differently. And so it's very hard for me to collaborate with people, because yeah, I can say yes, like, yeah, let's do this, and like, it's gonna be fun, but in the end, it's like, I should have said no. I mean, of course, like, I'm generalizing. Like, there are so many creative people that I love, that I know, that do amazing things, and I think my chicken is burning. Like, I don't fucking know. No, it's fine. It looks fine. Wait, let me show you. Like, it's okay. It's not burnt. Not yet. So I want you to write me a comment of what do you think of overconsumption. What do you think of this? Like, does it take you a lot of strength to say no to people? Or is it actually easy? Do you not care? Because I feel like, God, I'm running out of storage all the time. So sometimes I offend people. I offend because I said no. I offend because I unfollowed someone. I offend because I don't want something. I offend people if I'm too direct and too honest, and there's too much of my opinion in the situation, which is honestly pretty scary. It is pretty scary. I wish I was more vocal though, because I can be angry and unsatisfied in my thoughts. I can be very displeased and uneasy inside of myself all the fucking time. But it's very hard to actually confront the situation and speak up about it sometimes. I'm not always brutally honest. I'm not always like direct with my feelings. And it's actually one of the things that I struggle the most with, to actually express how I feel in a certain situation and not go into toxic environments. But the older you grow, the more you learn, the more you know, it's easier, and everything comes with practice, and everything comes with experience. So running out of storage, oh my fucking gosh, man. What I want to say is that I'm definitely a lot better with managing my emotions than I was before in my life. So I'm definitely a lot better with managing how I approach situations. Can you tell that I'm overstimulated? I just have to eat, and I have to pee, so goodbye.